Let's ride!
Pound the
Week
Walk!
11 of Pound the Walk podcast, baby.
What's
Welcome
good,
back,
guys?
y'all.
Thank you, guys. Like, comment again, subscribe. We're having fun, baby.
Tons of fun. Tons of fun.
Damn, so we're going into week 11, man.
Yeah, we've been doing this a little while. We're, past mid-season at this point. I think
Crazy.
it's been an interesting season to say the least.
Yeah, this week, if I recall, generally, I felt like it was like pretty sloppy, ugly ball. Low fantasy points. That's what I
Hey,
remember.
I'm still 9-1 though.
Hey, congrats, man. I don't want to think about some of my leagues, but yeah, it was a crazy week. I don't even remember at this. I'm pretty sure I'm one game behind on our picks. I could be wrong. If not, it's really close. Something
I
like
think
that.
you were one game behind, but
Yeah.
let's talk about our picks, man.
Yeah, let's look at these schedules here. I guess the first game, if I recall, was Bengals Ravens. That was last week's episode. We capped off, started the week off with that. It was a good matchup. Good defense. I liked the first half. I'm one of those people that like football, on both sides. Like, there's some good defense out there. Second half was just like fireworks and excitement, though, and shit pass defense. But yeah, great game. At the end of the day,
Yeah,
it was just a great game.
it was a good one to watch. It was a great one to start the week. I wish that every other game kept the same tone, but yeah, I mean defensively, sure. I think it started off good, but then things started to get out of hand when you let Jamar Chase receive for 260 plus yards and
Screaming
Joey
all
Ice's
over.
430 in the air as well. I mean that's insane, but I mean that's something we've been talking about, right? I mean the Ravens being such a powerhouse offense, but what they do on offense is kind of negated by just kind of how many big yards they've been letting up.
Yeah, it was kind of like whose offense is better. The Ravens are just obviously a dominant team at this point. So Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson playing at the best level of football I've ever seen him play at, MVP level, no question. The
For
the
sure.
Ravens are rolling, man. It's
They look
scary.
good. Yeah, no, I mean, especially the second half of the season, people are starting to get a little sore, and then you have, Derrick Henry just pounding the rock all day long.
Underwater.
And pound the rock, yeah. So obviously we both
I
got
love
that pick
that.
right here. Neck and neck still.
Hell yeah. Then we had the game in Munich, Germany.
Country
Munich.
roads
Yeah.
take me home.
They were singing
They
during
love it,
during the
man.
plays. Yeah, that shit was pretty lit.
They love it.
MGK.
Yes, sir. But we both got that one wrong. But I mean, honestly, I'm not super surprised. Neither team are very good. And, Carolina was somewhat on the come up there. Chuba Hubbard,
Yeah.
Chuba man.
Got his contract and then just had a career day. I mean, he's been balling this year. I think he's like top 3 rushing yards.
No,
Sneaky,
he's
sneaky,
he's
sneaky.
having he's having a good year. And yeah, I mean, look, he got that money, and he was like, "Yeah, this is why you paid me."
Yeah.
But I think, if I'm not mistaken, this was like a sloppy loss in overtime.
Yeah, Daniel Jones just had like, I mean, he hasn't looked this bad this year. That is at least maybe week 1 he did. He's just back to his full form, Daniel Jones. So yeah,
Yeah, I mean that's no other way to put it. I mean it's Daniel Jones, right? And he's no longer somewhat average. He's back to being doo doo again, and I'm surprised it took this long.
yeah, it might get benched. They were talking about it. Probably not, but we'll see.
Yeah,
But yeah, next game. Differences between you and me. You had New England. I had Chicago. I thought Chicago was gonna get things going. And they went the opposite direction, getting sacked. I think this was the week Caleb Williams got sacked a fuck ton. I don't know the exact number, but crazy,
yeah,
crazy,
yeah. I
crazy,
saw
terrible
that.
line.
It was not a good day for Chicago at home against a not so good New England team. And I've heard that, I don't know if this is true or not. I've just little reading, but some of the veterans kind of want Caleb Williams to get benched. That's
Yeah,
just what I've
I
seen.
think I saw something about it because Badgen is definitely like a guy that's been there for a year and a half or 2 years, I think, or like maybe it was almost 2 seasons before where he like established himself as a backup. They like him. I don't know. They fired Waldron, their OC, so there's obviously already changes being made.
Exactly.
You don't bench Caleb Williams, in my opinion. I mean, he's Caleb Williams. He's just like we said last week. He just tries to extend the plays at the wrong time. Like he's just gonna have to build that and develop that. He has the
Yeah,
talent. So.
yeah, he's definitely got the talent. It's just it seems mental right now. I think being as high of a draft pick as he is, and he knows he's good. And there's a lot of pressure being the number one pick, being on a team that's starting to rebuild. He's trying to make things happen, but the team isn't quite there yet. He's not quite there yet. So give it time. I don't think benching him is the right move at this moment.
Yeah, I bet a new coach eventually down the line, whether it's next season or the season after, uh, and you got to build that O line for him. You got to protect the D.
Absolutely.
Next game was your boys playing an interdivisional game against I guess a lately super hot Buffalo Bills. What did you think about that?
Yeah. Look. Daddy Joe wasn't it. I think he threw three picks. He looked a lot like AR out there without the ability to run the RPO. I'm not sure what happened. Buffalo has a solid defense. Obviously, they're a good team. They were without Amari Cooper and Coleman, so at the very beginning, it started looking like we had a chance. Jonathan Taylor broke off a couple big runs, but just the second half, they just started to pull away from us, and it's the Buffalo Bills, man. They're a hot team. They should have been 30 to what 13. I think we had a
Yeah, it was
tutty in
30-20
garbage
spread
time.
in. Yeah.
So
Well, good news, I guess, for you. I'd be happy. AR is gonna get his start back, and he shouldn't ever get it taken back away from him. That's what you would hope for him. He's
not at this point. No,
It just continue to develop. He's just so young, and It's not that he's shown flashes, and it's not just flashes. Like he's been like in his first 3 games last year were good. Like it showed that you could build a team around him. I still believe in Steichen a lot. I hope that stuff works out for you guys, and I guess we'll get to see it fucking live this week.
yeah, man. We'll be up in the Meadowlands this weekend to watch the Colts. Hopefully take the Jets on.
Hell yeah, man! Shout out Anthony Richardson, man.
Hope he learned something from being demoted. Hope it lit a fire up under his ass to say, look, I need to work my ass off to be here. Otherwise, they'll pull me for getting tired. So hopefully there's a new mentality. He's got his fresh haircut. Let's ride, baby.
Let's ride. Colt up, baby. Yeah, Denver at KC. We both got it right. We probably
Oh my
didn't.
gosh.
We both. Yeah. No matter how the game plays out. Obviously, this game was literally a blocked field goal for the win. Insanity, video game-esque. Like I don't know. I'm not betting against Kansas City, and this is just literally it just shows it. Like game on the line,
No,
they blocked the field goal. Come on.
100%. I saw a meme where it was like the Swifties were casting their Harry Potter spells to make it work, and then it obviously worked. But no, look, again, week after week, they find ways to win. Denver is a solid defense. KC, again, not an amazing team, but they just, at the right moments, at whatever level, offense, defense, special teams, they pull through when it matters most. So, if anything, they're the most clutch team that I've seen this year.
Yeah, dude. Like they have people on the team that are winners. They've learned how to win, and they're showing it. They haven't lost. Like it just is what it is. It fucking sucks.
Terrible.
Yeah. Atlanta at New Orleans. We both had Atlanta and New Orleans one. Yeah, Derek Carr balled out. If I recall, he threw a couple deep balls, looking like early week Derek Carr. Yeah, that's all I really remember much about it.
MVS had a solid game. I remember that.
Yes, yeah, one of them deep
yeah,
balls.
he had a pretty good game. He looked good. Not to take away from Cousins and Robinson, they both had stellar games. It's just when it came down to it, did Koo miss the kick that would have put it into overtime? Is that what it was, or?
I really wish I remembered, man. I was a little zoned out that game, but I do recall Drake London producing a little bit. So I do remember it wasn't like a ugly game for the Falcons. It was more so like Derek Carr had a couple shots deep and fucking Valdez Scantling coming out of nowhere back into the season here, showing he's still a deep ball threat in the NFL. So
It was funny because who was it? It was Mike Thomas the exact same week calling out Derek Carr for being absolute garbage.
yeah.
And then he shows up and he takes on a solid Atlanta team. So
And I do remember there was a missed field goal because I remember the interim head coach on the Saints sideline was going berserk. I think it was at
that's what it was.
halftime though, or something like
Okay.
that. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just like, you got to be happy for those things. I mean, that's big, missing a field goal. So yeah, I mean, shout out the Saints interim head coach getting their first dub. Right, he lost last week. So
There we go.
yeah. What do we got next? San
San
Fran.
Fran at Tampa Bay. We both got that one right.
Yeah, healthy San Fran, man. Christian McCaffrey, like, not only was he out there, he didn't look like he was missing a step as far as explosiveness. I don't know how much production he got, but he still looked good when he was out there. Debo was healthy, not a scratch finally, and he balled and did what he had to do. And yeah, I mean, they're just a healthy team. I don't see them losing many games here to finish the regular season.
No, I agree. Look, the team, they know what they're doing. When they're healthy, they're a dangerous team. Brock Purdy was, consistent this time. I think having all of his weapons back. And, obviously having CMC back on the field, that just disrupts things. Did he have an amazing game? No. But was he still productive? Absolutely. Juwan Jennings, he stepped up. He had a great game in the absence of Ayuk now. I think he's the number 2 guy, if I'm not mistaken. The team came together. They got a real close dub. I think it was 23-20. But again, they got the dub at the end of the day.
Yeah, man. The Bucks are gonna have to crawl their way out of this hole that they got themselves in with no receivers. They still have a chance for a playoff spot, or at least they're like 2 games below the division, I think, behind the Falcons. So gotta keep an eye on that one there. Bucks, will they survive or not? But yeah, next game was a local game, Pittsburgh at Washington. Came down
Wow.
also to the last game, or last play of the game, excuse me. This one, very unfortunate. I mean, I was rooting for the Skins, I won't lie. But yeah, that's an unfortunate one, man. Fucking
Yeah, it's a tough one
encroachment.
to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah, encroachment. I mean, there's a couple of, I mean, we say this every week. I mean, it's probably in every game. There's a couple calls that I probably wouldn't have been too happy with. But I mean, that's what it is. There's just bad calls every game. I'm sure someone's going to get fined. But that hard count got the shit out of them.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how, because I thought everyone in the building knew.
Had to.
Like, I don't understand why you jump on that. I mean, I guess Mike Tomlin is a little bit more risky than other coaches, so there's a good chance he could have gone for it. But I don't know.
Yeah, I saw there
You
was
saw,
a snippet of him like during the coverage of the game, and you could read his lips. He was literally like, "Don't snap it, like don't snap it." But they had
right.
like I think it was just like a rookie depth interior D lineman out there who doesn't have a lot of snaps, like doesn't come in the game much often. They
Yeah,
had
but
a
what do you
stacked
say in the
box.
huddles, man? I mean, you've been in defensive huddles
Yeah,
on.
dude,
You just don't
don't
move.
jump. Like
Don't
simple as
move.
that. Don't
Like if
jump.
I get
Watch
run
the ball.
over, then that's on me. At least I'm not giving away free 5 yards.
Yeah, literally, it's literally that. Don't jump. Watch the ball. Like
I mean,
they should be preaching. You preach that every play, but like especially in that down and
especially in
distance.
that when it's four
Yeah,
4 yards to go and you're going to give up a 5 yard penalty.
yeah.
Do not move.
What
Like
a shit
I
way to
will
end a
get
game. Man.
pancaked before I lose on that.
Yeah, yeah, it's so dumb. But yeah. Shout out the Skins, man. Hope they bounce back. They got a fun game tonight. We'll be talking about that. But yeah, next game was Minnesota at Jacksonville. Minnesota handling Jacksonville
Ugly
as we thought.
game though.
Huh?
Ugly game.
Yeah, Sam Darnold had, I think, got me in my dynasty league like 4 fantasy points. He threw like a lot of picks, if I'm not mistaken.
He threw 3 picks, and it's funny because I was sweating bullets because a lot of those picks he was throwing to Justin Jefferson on Tutty, and I obviously needed Jefferson to step up for fantasy, and it just wasn't happening, and it got me worried quite a bit.
Yeah,
But they
yeah, I
still
remember now.
imagine this: they beat Jacksonville. Oh
Yeah.
man!
Yeah,
So
I don't know. I remember watching the game now. Now I think about it, I remember being like, yeah, this has to be the game where Doug Peterson gets fired after, right? Like, I'm like, you're playing, your defense is playing lights out, forcing turnovers. You're staying in the game. They were winning early on, and then you just let the Vikings just simply like tread water to the victory.
just barely. This is literally all they had to do. They just
Yeah,
right
poop it
there.
out,
That's
man.
all they did. They got that little pinky in there, or I guess
Yeah,
pinky,
yeah.
and they just
Should have pooped it out, dude.
just push,
So weak.
fuckers.
But
All
well,
right.
that's enough talking
Hey,
about that
let's
ugly game.
go back to another good game to watch. Tennessee at the Chargers.
Bolt up, baby. Yeah, we let up an early first quarter deep ball touchdown. First quarter touchdown since like week 1 against the Raiders, which we also had it was like a blown coverage play. Then we just came back and played the defense that we've been showing all season. not to say that the Titans have a stellar offense at all, but Calvin Ridley, man, he is really a baller. Tony Pollard, pretty explosive. But yeah, we did our thing, man. Our defense is just looking good, and Justin Herbert is playing super efficient and actually getting a little more production than I thought, just a tick more. Every game he's getting like 25 to 30 pass attempts the last like 4 games, and he's also finally like really running the ball. I know his ankle feels better, obviously, because he's doing that, but it's a mental thing, and I'm just happy to see it. But now we have some hard matchups. Once again, we'll talk about this week coming up. But yeah, I'm
A big
excited. Our
dub. That was a
defense,
big dub. You
yeah,
guys are looking real good. Obviously, your defense has carried you a long way, but your offense is doing what it needs to do to get the ball to a point where you're going to score. The score was a little higher than I thought on both sides. I thought it was going to be a semi-low scoring game because Tennessee, I think their pass defense is still pretty solid, so I was a little
yeah,
concerned about that. But I think Gus Edwards, he comes back, he has a solid game, and now you have a healthier offense, and it's just you got enough weapons now to kind of make it a little spicy.
hell yeah, man. I'm excited to see what we got here. We're gonna have to put up, like high 20s, 30 points against teams like the Bengals and the Ravens that we got coming up. So we'll see. But
Yeah.
yeah,
But before we get to that, let's talk about Philadelphia and Dallas.
yeah, not too long though, because stinky. I don't man, Dallas Cowboys. It's just a super unfortunate season. Injury ridden, no more Dak, whether that meant much or not. Cooper Rush is terrible. It's
I
just bad.
mean,
No running back. Ugh.
even even on a wide open touchdown play to CeeDee Lamb, the fucking sun was
Yeah,
so bright that
yeah,
he lost the ball. And dude, you're the home team, and you I don't know. I mean, it's just get a fucking shade. It's the stupidest placement I've ever seen for a goddamn window like that. Like,
yeah. They've had the stadium for 15 years now, and now it's like a big deal. I don't know. Does Dallas usually play at 1 o'clock? Is that the thing? Like, that's what I wonder because it hasn't been a thing like once or
I
twice. Like, I
guess they're
don't
either
recall.
a 1 o'clock game or they're the primetime game. I guess
Yeah.
the 4 o'clocks just
Don't
aren't
play four
super.
o'clock at
Yeah, I
Dallas.
was gonna
Jerry
say,
Jones.
yeah, it's Jerry
Yeah.
Jones. Let's probably let's work that out to not play at
Let the
4 o'clock.
sunset during the game. Don't throw a deep ball during the sunset. Yeah, I don't know,
Yeah.
stupid. But yeah, Jets at Arizona. Finally, another disparity between our picks. You had the Jets. You really been banking on Aaron Rodgers getting back and having
Ah,
this comeback.
man, I just Devontae coming back lifted my
Dude, I
spirits
don't
up.
think did Devontae have 0 catches. Like, I'm pretty sure he had
I
0 catches.
if he had a close one in the end zone, but I think it was out. So, and he hasn't been shit since he got on the team.
But let's knock on wood because obviously we're gonna be seeing that live and hopefully nothing crazy happens. But yeah, Arizona's just been chugging along, man, playing sound football, and Kyler Murray is proving that he can be an NFL starting caliber quarterback for years to come, and he's winning games. So I'm loving it. I like to see it.
Yeah,
Yeah, shout out
yeah.
Arizona.
Kyler's doing great. But big shout out to James Conner, man. He's been a great
Yes.
utility back. He didn't produce a whole lot on the ground, but where he lacked there, he picked up I think 80 yards in the air, and the tutty. Don't quote me on that, but I mean he looked great. So even though they shut him down running the ball, they got him the ball in the air, and he did big things.
Yeah, fun stuff. And then we had Detroit out here, still doing their thing against a good team in Houston. Uh, yeah, what do you think about that game?
I mean, it was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. Houston's defense kind of stepped up. Maybe Detroit didn't take off as quickly as they thought they were going to, but it was a great game to watch. I can at least say that the Thursday night and Sunday, I mean, the primetime games this week they were probably the best ones to watch, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Um,
Jared
Jared
Goff.
Goff doing his
Yeah,
thing, but
well, he threw that. Now I remember too. Man threw 5 picks and found a dub. Like that's
that's
crazy.
kind of what I'm saying, man. Like, it's just he's doing his thing. Like, you can play the shittiest game of your life, yet you're still coming up with a dub. Throwing for 240 yards.
Yeah,
Jameer Gibbs did his thing. You play terrible ball and you still come out with a dub. I mean,
they're just so nasty with. They're like the best 1-2 running back thing. It's like you would think Jameer Gibbs is like running back 2, but he has like more rushing yards. I believe he's been so explosive. It's like yeah, Jared Goff really doesn't have to do much, but it's like that this. Yeah, I mean he threw 5 picks and they won the game. So it's almost like I I can't doubt them anymore. My one doubt about the Lions, like, oh, Jared Goff's gonna hold him back. Is like he can't hold them back. Like,
I would say, like,
uh,
you can talk shit about him, but like he'll still lead the team down. He'll make the plays where it counts. And then, yeah, he threw 5 picks, but he still kept his boys in order, and they carried him, or they worked as a team, obviously. But you're not holding the Lions back. You give them a 5 fucking turnover handicap, and they said, "Ha, fuck you."
all right, well, we got Miami at Rams Monday night.
Both got that
Uh,
wrong.
yeah, we both thought. Yeah, it was an ugly game. I remember now. Miami. Tua was making accurate passes. They got the ball moving in the first drive. It was a really beautiful drive. It was like 4 or 5 plays, and then it just became a very stagnant game. But yeah, Miami still has life. Like they have this slim chance of making the playoffs if they win out. The Rams as well. So that was a big matchup between the two for contention's purposes. But yeah,
Yeah, it surprised me, but should it have? I don't know. They still look. Devon Achane, Tua is still a solid quarterback if he's up there. I don't know if he knows what the hell's
I mean,
going on at this
he
point.
threw that pick and then threw that tackle where he just like
Oh, when
dipped
he
his
threw
head.
that tackle, I was like, "Oh, it's gonna happen again!" And then he popped up, and I was,
Yeah, he
"Thank
said he
God!"
would do it
But
again. I mean, yeah, it's just it's a very unfortunate season, but there's still life there. They're still breathing. They really could find a way to sneak in to get like the 7th seed. I don't know.
it's
Hopefully, obviously the Colts get it for you guys, of course. But yeah,
look, I don't think we're a Super Bowl team, so let me get my draft pick, dude.
I don't know, man. Playoffs are playoffs. That's happening. I mean, look at the Giants' first Super Bowl against the Patriots, Super Bowl 41, 2. I forget, but
Yeah, well, we're still trying to find our identity, so I'm not quite there yet.
Joe Flacco Super Bowl. He's gonna take the job again, like week 15.
I mean, if we get to the Super Bowl by some god awful reason, I'm saying you got to put Joe in at that point.
I'm riding with the. I'm riding this year. The Chargers could make the Super Bowl, dude. It could happen. Our defense is that good. Defense is.
Got
We
the
can go to the
solid
AFC
defense.
Championship. I really believe that. I really believe we can go to the AFC Championship.
There we go.
But yeah, this. I guess we go into power rankings real fast here. After week 10 of football, let's see if anything's changed. Right, we'll go 3-3. You want me to go with my number 3?
Let's start it up.
This is my number 3. They haven't been on my top 3. They've been, right underneath consistently though, but they haven't been in my top 3 at all. Like, maybe I don't know. Bills, Buffalo Bills are my number 3 team in the NFL as of late. They've been putting together. They have a big matchup this week against the Chiefs. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens there. But I think the Bills are looking really good. Good defense. Josh Allen isn't turning the ball over.
Mm, mm.
Not as much as he's been. He's been running the ball. Doing his thing. So I think the Bills have been showing pretty close to dominant football. So
It's funny you say that though, because 2 weeks ago, Josh Allen hadn't thrown a single interception all game. They did a big segment on it. That night he threw a pick, and then last week he threw 2 picks. So, but look, they're still finding ways to win the game, right? He's out there. Look, it sucks, man. He's my fucking fantasy quarterback. So, but they're still finding ways to win games. And look, they're winning games without Amari Cooper and Coleman. So you're running, the number 3s, 4s, 5s out there right now.
Mac Hollins, baby.
Yeah, exactly. So, I think they still have a solid, Dalton Kincaid, and they're a good tight end group, and they're finding great ways to win the game. James Cook, dude, he's underrated.
Yeah, he definitely is. He definitely is. And he's young. One of those young running backs. But yeah,
So,
what's your number 3? You didn't even tell me, did you?
well, that's going to be Baltimore. They're an explosive offensive team, and they do. They do lack a little bit on the pass defense, admittedly, but when you have an offense that powerful, I think you can. You're always in the game.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give him credit. It was a divisional matchup, but 34 points allowed is crazy. Defense like the Chargers, I don't know, but yeah, no, I believe it. I believe it.
Again,
Outright.
divisional game. Anything can happen there, and I mean you can put up the same argument that we've been, with the Chiefs. Though I mean they're
with their off. Yeah, I mean,
they're not they're not incredible, but they're finding ways to win.
Great defense. Great defense. I don't know.
So
I hate that I keep defending the Chiefs. Every time we do this segment for the last 3 weeks, it's like I'm literally selling my soul talking good about
yeah,
the Chiefs.
yeah, no shit. It's like me talking awesome about Houston every week.
Yeah, well,
It fucking
yeah.
sucks. What's your number
Number
two, man?
two. Number two is Detroit Lions. Still winning.
Detroit.
We were just talking about it. It's like Jared Goff is he's immune to losing. Even he can literally try to. He's like fucking Adam Sandler in Longest Yard trying to shave points, and they're still winning games. So yeah, I can't argue again. That's my only argument against them. So fuck it. Lions ball, man. Best team in the NFC, no doubt. I would love to see a Lions Niners matchup here, like really soon. Do they even play this season? I fucking wish they do. I don't know. But
I'm not sure. We'll have to look into that.
yeah,
Comment down below. Do they play this season? Because
yeah.
we didn't do
Hopefully
that
playoffs.
research.
We'll see. But yeah, what's your
Uh,
number two?
Number two, give me KC. Ugly dubs, but still dubs. I'm saying it every week. I mean, we don't have to continue defending the Chiefs. They're winning games when it matters most, and give me the number two spot. I hate it.
Agreed, and that's why they're my number one. They're undefeated too. Like that's the number one thing. They're undefeated. They haven't lost, dude. They just blocked a field goal to win the game. Like they put it on rookie mode and timed out the snap, like and then just boom, hit the trigger. It's crazy. So yeah, and their defense is really good. Like that's the thing. Like the Lions' defense are the Lions' defense a Super Bowl winning defense, Super Bowl caliber defense? They lost Aiden Hutchinson. They picked up whatever the fuck old veteran guy there. I don't know, but Chiefs and Bills defense are nasty. Shout the
They are the
Steelers. But then you
Yeah,
got like the Skins and the Ravens, man. They're exciting, man. They just their defense needs to put it together before the playoffs come together. You know what I mean?
yeah, they're fun to watch, man. Hopefully, Marshawn Lattimore does
Mm-hmm.
what he needs to do for that team.
Facts, facts,
Number
facts.
one, give me Detroit, man. Because they can still throw 5 picks and win a game. They're like you said, they're immune. I think they lost 2 games this year.
Yeah, they're
So I
definitely on like a
mean,
3 game winning streak at least. Like,
and they're constantly putting up 30, 40, 50 points a game. So when the things are right, I think they're just an unstoppable force, and they will give any team a run for their money. So give me them at number one.
yeah, fair. I mean, I saw that coming. So you had the Ravens at 3. I had the Bills at 3. Yeah, interesting season, man. We're gonna get more in depth with like playoffs a few weeks down the line here. Obviously, when
Yeah,
it gets really close, and we can start
absolutely.
sniffing it. But yeah, I'm really excited as the season's panning out. We're really starting to see it come together like that. I feel like the AFC's 1 through 6, and then lot of teams gonna be fighting for 7.
So are you
Tampa.
talking about sniffing it, man? We had to
Exactly.
get some smelling salts in here.
I like
Get
it.
me jerked.
Get you.
Well, talking about the future, let's hop into the next segment here, where we'll just briefly go one by one as to what we think's going to happen, and
Yeah,
hopefully
brother.
I can get all these fucking picks right and win $15,000. Because ever since that fucking week, I haven't gotten a single. I digress.
All right, well, we'll digress. Well, hey, starting off, we already got a separate or disparity here. You got Philly tonight. I got Washington. It's at Philly. Philly's been hot. Washington's been hot. Washington lost very upsettingly last week, but still hot. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just gonna be a matter of the Eagles are a run team before pass, and the Redskins' physicality is if they can stop the run. I don't see Jalen Hurts like. I can see A.J. Brown going off. I don't see Jalen Hurts like putting it together on the air. So it's all a matter of Philly runs the ball. I can see them getting stopped a little bit. So
Yeah, that was kind of my thing until I see what Marshawn Lattimore can do, I think, Washington still does have a really soft secondary, and if any time for Jalen Hurts to have a chance to at least be a decent quarterback, it might be tonight. Short week, obviously, and then, going on a road game to Philly, I think it's going to be mentally a little bit tough. I think they're still all a little banged up, and I don't know, Saquon, he runs the shit out of that ball, so that's why I'm leaning Team Kelsey tonight.
all right, all right. We both had Green Bay at Chicago. Simple.
Yep.
I believe in that.
Good team, not so great of a team. A lot of changes happening, and potentially benching Caleb Williams. So I don't know.
Likewise. Next game, same type of thing as well. I mean, even more probably. I mean, Detroit is just hot. Top 3 teams for us. You're 1, my 2. In Jacksonville, Doug Peterson is just like looking to get fired. So
I think
maybe this
he's
is it.
blowing someone in the front office or something because there
Yeah,
ain't no way he should have still be here.
yeah.
Minnesota,
I mean,
Tennessee. Once again, good team, not so great team. Again, you can. Sam Darnold's going to throw 3, 4 picks, and he's still going to win a game somehow.
yeah.
Can't say the same about Will Levis, so give me Minnesota.
Hell yeah. I agree. I mean, Sam Darnold, hopefully, yeah, I don't know. He's a veteran quarterback. Usually, veteran quarterbacks don't repeat terrible performances, so we'll see what happens. But, I mean,
Yeah.
and also, you want that comeback player of the year, Darnold, you better come back and show up and keep winning. So, yeah, I got the same.
Skull.
Hell yeah.
Vegas at Miami. I'm taking Miami just sheerly on the fact that they somehow pulled one up on the Rams. It looks like they could be coming back. Oh, and the fact that fucking Vegas sucks. That too.
Yeah, exactly. And, man, these matchups so far, are they not no-brainers or what?
It's just, if I don't get all these right,
God damn. All right, yeah.
tonight's game might be the only one
Yeah,
that throws
I
it off a
might
little
leave
bit.
out tonight's game. Not gonna lie. I don't know, psych. I'm gonna put it in. Because one of us will hit. But yeah, Rams at New England. Yeah, I think the Rams still have a chance here to sniff playoffs. New England, they've been playing competitive ball, but
They have, but I think the Rams are just the better team,
yeah,
just straight up.
same. Cleveland
New
at New
Orleans.
Orleans. New Orleans just
Yep.
coming off a win. Cleveland's been stinking it up all season. Right? I mean, Nick Chubb's the one X factor there that scares me, but Alvin Kamara's been balling this year. So
Yeah, the issue is Nick Chubb is no longer a factor once you're playing from behind.
yeah,
2 scores. It's just
yeah,
it doesn't matter. You can't run the ball all game.
yeah. And
You
their
run
O
all the
line
time.
has not shown up like run
So
blocking at all.
exactly.
Baltimore at Pitt, fun matchup.
This could throw off my parlay. Obviously,
Yeah,
Pitt's defense is solid, but I just think that Baltimore's offense is a little more solid.
right. Like who's really gonna stop the Ravens from scoring 3 touchdowns in a game? Right? Like they're bound to drop 27 to 30 points. Like it's scary even against Pitt's defense.
But
Maybe I'll eat my
it is a
words.
divvy game though, so I mean, those
Yeah,
obviously
division
go
games.
any direction.
Your
All right,
boys.
this is one where we'll hopefully have a great time at.
Oh, we will. I pray to the football gods. It's one of those spectacular Redskins Bears Hail Mary games, and the Colts win. That'll be
Uh,
amazing.
I mean, honestly, I just want to blow out so I don't have fucking high blood pressure the entire game. But
Yeah,
that would be an amazing way to end the game.
I hope
But
it's
yeah,
super close.
I'm going Indy. The Jets have been letting me down, and Indy's at least been attempting to stay competitive within games to a certain reason. And we talked about, I think, AR, he's going to have to play with a little chip on his shoulder. Healthy AR, healthy JT, you get that RPO back in there. Receivers are starting to at least catch the ball again. I don't know. And the Jets they're a disappointment right now. And of
Yeah.
course, this will be the one week where Aaron Rodgers has a fucking killer game.
Yeah,
But
I think Aaron. I don't know if it was on Pat McAfee's show, but he said he wants to or plans on playing next year. That's an interesting perspective. So maybe the season can just be a dud. Maybe he can just not give a fuck as much this season. So yeah, that's a good thing for you guys.
there we go.
Fuck the Jets this week. But yeah, Atlanta at Denver. This is finally a difference here. You have Denver. I have Atlanta. I remember I was sitting here thinking about this one. Denver's defense is good. Bo Nix is talented, but he's been playing bad. That's where I'm at. So yeah.
I think Denver at home. I just like it. Their defense is great. They were very competitive against the undefeated Kansas City Chiefs. So give me Denver. I think I think they'll outdo their Atlanta offense.
Yeah. Shout out Sean Payton, man. I guess he's
Oh,
proving to be a coach again. Do you think John Gruden's gonna come back to the NFL? I kind of hope he does.
I don't think so. I think his time's done, man.
Yeah, he said I saw a video. He said he wanted to be a coach again. Rex Ryan's been saying he wants to be a coach. It's gonna be an interesting. There's gonna be a lot of new coaches this next year coming. There's been talking about Deion Sanders already coming to the NFL.
Oof.
Crazy stuff.
That is,
That's for our off season. My bad. Tangent. Where we at? Seattle at San Fran.
Seattle at San Fran. Both got
Healthy
San
San
Fran
Fran.
on there. Look, Seattle's they're explosive. They're fun to watch, but San Fran healthy is just it's very hard to vote against them.
Yeah, I mean they're super healthy. Seattle's fun to watch, but they've been a little lackluster this last few weeks as far as coming out and winning. They've been putting up a lot of high numbers, high passing like they do. But San Fran is healthy. Second week coming in, healthy again. Fun division matchup. I think San Fran's going to just keep pounding the walk, baby, and doing what they have to
There we
do.
go. Look,
Yeah,
CMC's back. He's only going to get better
yeah.
as the rest of the season goes. And the fact that he hasn't been beaten up all year, his body, as long as his leg feels okay, his body's probably feeling great. And
Hell
that's
yeah, man.
incredible at this point in the
And I'm
season.
sure he's happy as shit to be back. So mine
Absolutely.
too. Yeah. Then here we got number one, my number one team, your number two team, Kansas City at Buffalo. You got Kansas City, rightfully so, undefeated, and then I'm a dumbass and I'm picking Buffalo, dude. Ah, yeah, Buffalo, man. At Buffalo, Kansas City should have lost last week. Should have lost like 3 or 4 weeks. This is it. This is fine. And I mean, I'd be damned if Kansas City's. They are not going undefeated. Like they do not deserve to go undefeated. The football gods will not let it happen. And this will probably be one of their 2 losses this year or something like that. So that's what I
I
got.
love to see it, but until I stop watching these voodoo ass plays that just give them the last little edge to win it, someone sacrificed their baby for KC this year,
Yeah.
and maybe future children, but people have died, and
I
KC's been
sacrifice
winning.
future children every day, twice a
Like
day.
they one baby a week maybe until but
Nah,
someone's dying.
Buffalo's gonna get a baby and throw it through a fucking
Throw through the
table.
table.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna like it too. That's the crazy part. Yeah, man, I don't know. Buffalo is they're the team to win. I think. I just see it. The football gods will not let the Chiefs be undefeated. That's just all I really got to say.
All right. Well, look, I hope the Chiefs lose. I love Buffalo. Actually, I love Buffalo. I don't root for too many AFC teams. Obviously, the Colts. Always backing the Chargers and those were playing, and then Buffalo. I love Buffalo.
Yeah, they're
Um,
fun. I hate to say
so
it. They are fun to watch, and I don't know. I guess that's all I'll say. I just think the Chiefs are still going to get the first seed. Is what I'm just going to say. The Chiefs are going to be like, hey, Buffalo, here's a win. Have all the fans be all happy. Like, oh, we might get the bye week. And you're not going to get it. The Chiefs are still going to coast their way to the first seed. That's really good.
yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Cincy at my boys.
Big
Sunday
game
night.
for
Flex
me.
game.
I need you guys to show the fuck up.
Yeah. I'm going to be, like, humbly, man. We have not played a good team, like an explosive offense, that is. We play good defenses, but this is an explosive offense. Just put up 34 against the Ravens. I mean, obviously, Ravens aren't the best defense, but just put up points against a great team like that and compete. They've been winning more than losing the last few weeks. They're still sniffing playoffs. Our defense is really good. This will just be a really big telling sign, like how really good we are. If we hold the Bengals to less than like 28, 30 points, I think we have a chance of winning the game. That's the best way I'll put it. If you get pressure on Joe Burrow like we have been as the last few weeks, getting pressure. Stop the run, which they aren't even. They're a little lackluster in the run game already as is. Like I see us winning. Yeah, we both got the Chargers. I appreciate it.
No, look, I think Chargers defense is still too solid to kind of discount. The Bengals. I mean, they haven't really played any really great defenses, and
Yeah, I mean the
I don't know.
Chiefs. They played the
They
Chiefs.
played the Chiefs and they lost. The Bucks, I guess they're okay, but
Yeah,
they lost against the Steelers. Look, I'm gonna say like I don't know. The defense is too good, and I just don't know which version of Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase show up.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. I'm
and
excited to see our D coordinator Jesse Minter scheme up and see what we do against Jamar Chase. Like keep him
absolutely,
busy on the routes. Like don't let him flow freely through zones. Like that's how he screams wide open across the middle, and then Joe Burrow extends the ball and throws it to him. It's just if we control that and stop the run and I would love to just see Joe Burrow get sacked 3 or 4 times at least. Like that would be amazing. And yeah, we can get
well,
that done.
we'll just have to make sure we don't get too blitzed at the game because that is the prime time game on Sunday, and we'll have to find a good sports bar for that.
Yeah, I'm AKA Buffalo Wild Wings, but not yet.
Well,
Nah, it don't matter. It's
Mon-
Sunday night. It can be anywhere. It's Sunday night. Hell yeah.
Monday night though, let's talk about Monday night. Houston at Dallas, Texas versus Texas.
Yeah.
Give me Houston just because Dallas is straight doo doo.
Yeah.
Fun fact: the Dallas at Commanders game, cheapest tickets, $212.
Yeah, I was looking
Commanders
at that.
at Dallas, $27.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I'll
that's
tell you
hilarious.
how the Dallas fan base feels right now.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I was looking at the Skins game and I'm like, man, even with the shit team in Dallas, it's Washington versus Dallas. I mean, it's a notorious rivalry, even without being the Redskins anymore. Whatever, still a notorious rivalries. But I was like, yeah, that shit's so expensive compared to like the Jets game I've been keeping an eye on. I'm like, holy shit, this shit's like literally a third of the prices of these
We're
games.
we're gonna sit like on the bench for like $50 at this point.
$50, yeah. We get to try their own water and everything.
I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna pour her the water.
It's
Like,
catered.
Quentin, you want some water?
Yo, the guy in the Peyton Manning jersey is really good water boy.
All right.
That's yeah. I got Houston as well. Is that what we were still talking about? Yeah, I got
Yep.
Houston as well. And Dallas is stinky, man. It's like picking the Raiders or something right now. It's like they don't got a quarterback. They don't got a run game. They need something. They need Ashton Genty from Boise State, dude. That guy is a maniac. They need him or something next year. We'll see what
There we
happens.
go.
But
And
yeah,
then our
that's fun.
tiebreaker
Yeah.
looks like 45-39.
Yeah, I just don't think Dallas will put up more than like 10 points. So take that for
That
what
is
you will.
completely fair.
But yeah, man, that's our picks. I'm down one game. We had one the first game, 3 games difference. So there definitely might be a swing here if I'm not mistaken. Should be fun. Should be fun. And then that leaves us real quick with our 2 legs each. We're finally gonna make our money back at this point. We're probably it's week 11. I've probably put some $25 bets in, meaning I've definitely spent about $1 million already on bets here.
Yeah, my 401k is gone because of this. So.
Yeah, but it's fun, and you guys are riding with us. And yeah, we locked it in already. I guess we'll go leg by leg. I'll start with one of mine. My anytime touchdown, Brian Robinson back after 2 weeks. They need him at the goal line. I liked it. I liked the odds. Give me Brian Robinson anytime touchdown.
All right, and if we're talking about tutties, leave me Jalen Hurts anytime tutty. I think he's had at least one in the last 2 or 3 games.
Yeah.
They rely on him heavy, with that tush push on the goal line.
Yeah.
So yeah, give me Hurts.
Yeah, I love that. My pick here, Washington at Philly. Zach Ertz over on receptions is at 3.5. I think he gets the ball 4 times against his old
right.
team. Simple as that.
All
It's
right.
going to happen. God damn it.
Revenge game, brother.
Hell yeah.
My last leg here is going to be A.J. Brown over 80.5 yards. Commanders obviously have a soft defense. I don't know what Lattimore's. I don't know, is he even suited up tonight?
No, he's not playing.
So they still have that Swiss cheese of a secondary.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all remember what he did last year against y'all Skins fans. I'm a Skin fan essentially. He shitted on y'all. Yeah, he shitted on you guys, and I think it might happen again.
Look, if anyone's going to have a big game, I think it's either it's going to be AJ Brown, man. I mean, he's just better than anyone on that secondary.
Yeah, and I mean Devontae's that dude, very small guy too, which makes him even more that dude. He's good for like an amazing catch, and he's been eating, especially when AJ Brown was a little banged up. But yeah, I mean AJ Brown's notorious to go off against the Skins. They got some small DBs out there, man.
Yep. So that's a plus 1,200. So whatever you bet, obviously bet responsibly, but take that into consideration. Plus 1,200 without a boost. I think Josh, you're running a boost, so you're what plus 1,500 or something.
Something like that, 10 for 150 or something like that. We're gonna get all our money back, baby.
So yeah, look, give it a ride. I think this one, obviously we say this a lot, but I think this one feels good. I mean, like statistically it makes sense. NFL does get drunk, so especially on the primetime games, but I feel really good about this one. If you want to make like some of your money back that we've been I hope you haven't been listening to us up until now.
I feel really good about this one. We're putting 80 on black. It's like just straight gambling.
That's a coin flip. But
Yeah,
hey,
I feel really good about this one. Head.
Here we go. Let's ride.
Feeling really good. No, I am too, though. All jokes aside, come on. It's gonna happen. We're gonna believe. We're gonna get our money
feels
back.
good.
We're gonna be happier than ever next week.
Just fucking breakthrough.
Yeah, all that.
But anyways, appreciate y'all tuning in. Questions, comments. Hey, let me know who you think is going to be the number 1, 2, 3, 4 seed in the playoffs for the AFC and NFC. Give us some predictions, and we'll talk about it. We'll see if you're an idiot. I won't call you that. Give me your bold takes on who's going to make the wild card at this point. That'd be awesome.
Comment what quarterback you think has the highest body count? Who fucks the most chicks? Like, that'd
It's
be
Josh
sick.
Allen. It's got to be
You think
Josh
it's
Allen.
in Buffalo?
Yeah,
Low
dude.
population.
I'm just saying, like he's probably has the pick. He can choose anyone. It's fucking Buffalo, and you're
Oh,
like,
like 12
it's
women
me.
in the town.
It's Josh Allen, and like all you
Holy
know,
shit. Yeah, I mean, the
they're
women definitely, they're like more women Buffalo fans than there are women other team fans. I'd say
I'm
that.
just saying, So yeah, body count. I'll take the over.
Pound the walk, y'all.
Anyways, appreciate y'all tuning in as always, and that was week 11 of Pound the Walk podcast, baby.
And that's all. That's all of it. Thanks for the watching us out tonight.